So hello, hi, I don't know what is this movement. Welcome back. I hope you're okay, I hope you're fine. I hope you had a great week, or great 2 weeks actually, because I didn't upload last week. That's okay. I didn't feel like it and I was a little busy. Maybe if you remember, I told you that my weeks were getting busier and busier, and last week it was the maximum busyness. So I was a little tired, I was a little burnt out. I didn't feel like talking actually, so I didn't record any videos last week. But this week I'm feeling it better actually. So here I am to talk about anything I want, as if anyone asked for me to talk. Well, I'm going to do anyway. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy it. I would say I have a blast. But yeah, why do I want to start to talk about the effects of making a video? I don't know. I will actually talk about that exact topic today. Not exactly, but remotely about the same thing. And in fact, today I want to talk about being in the spotlight, because I made 4 YouTube videos, and did I make 4? Is this the 5th? I don't know. I made a couple of YouTube videos, and now I'm qualified to talk about being famous. Thank you. Actually, I will not talk about being famous, but I want to talk about being in front of people, having the spotlight. As you can see from my glasses, I have a ring light on me, and I feel like I can talk about the effects of that. Not the effects actually, but more like the mindset of being in front of people and presenting yourself, because my mindset about this topic, this point, has changed tremendously over years, because, well, like every video that I make, I'm again going to talk about me making music and dancing when I was younger. So yeah, when I was younger, I made music and I danced for a little. I was in the spotlight, you would say, but I don't know. I think I talked about this before, but those didn't feel that stressful, because I don't know, I wasn't talking, or I wasn't making any mark, like any significance. In my mind, at least. I don't know. But when you think about it, especially when you're dancing, you might have to be a little crazy to dance in front of people, because when you think about it, dancing is moving frantically, as a definition, to a rhythm. Moving frantically to a rhythm. This is the official definition of dancing. Maybe it doesn't have to be frantically. Moving to a rhythm, and it sometimes looks lunatic. And maybe you could say that you have to have some kind of courage, or, I don't know, grandiose delusion to do that in front of people. But in my experience, it wasn't as bad as talking in front of people, which in fact, at university, at some point, I had to make a presentation in front of people. By people, I mean like 5 people. One of them being my professor, English professor. They asked us to make an English presentation to prove that we could speak. And I did it well, but I was shaking so much that the professor had to ask if I was okay or not, which was weird. So yeah, if I compare that experience with dancing, I would say dancing was very calmer every time. But over the years, that anxiety about talking in front of people has subsided massively. Today I'm using very, very big boy words like tremendous and massively. Anyways, but that subsided over the years. And in my opinion, in my experience, I feel like that's because my view of talking in front of people changed. And when I talk with my friends, with people I know about these things, like doing something big in front of people, I feel like they have my old mindset, which is like, you view presenters or lecturers like I'm not talking about people on TV, which is on another level, but even like beginner level talkers, speakers, presenters, lecturers, you view them as like gods, or you view them as having so much finesse for some reason. And you think that if you don't have that much professionalism, then you think that you're not worthy of being on that stage. But what really is going on with that presenter or lecturer, or even the TV presenter, the people that are on TV, I don't think I can talk about actors in the same way, because they're putting on a show again. I think that's a difference that I tried to make at the beginning of the video by like talking about dancing and presenting. If you're putting on a show, it doesn't feel personal. But if you're talking about something, if you're asked to answer any questions or explain something, then that becomes more stressful, at least in my experience. And I can say that people around me have similar experiences as well. And I think that's because people like us basically view these opinionated people as like gods. And if you don't have those requirements, which is like professionalism and having solid opinions, having experience, having a lot of people that would want to listen to you, basically, then you're not worthy of being on that stage. But what is really happening there is actually there is someone that has a topic, and they are confident enough in that topic to be in front of that many people and talk about or explain anything on that topic, about that topic. And that's actually what is going on. They're not gods, they are humans with interests, and they're talking about their interests. They're not creating, like they're not moving planets or something. That's not the case there. It's not that stressful. And if you think about that, which changed for me very recently, because right now I'm preparing a presentation, and the presentation is about something that I'm more compassionate about, and it felt more natural and easier as well. And actually, I'm not stressed about it this time. even I'm excited, I could say, because it's something that I'm actually excited about. And talking about it in front of people, in front of many people, like, I don't know how many people there will be there to listen to me, but it could be thousands, it could be hundreds, it could be 36 people, and I would probably enjoy making that speech. I will probably enjoy making that speech because I'm actually interested in that topic and I want to talk about it, basically. And having something like this, having such an experience, made me realize that presentation or talking, speaking, lecturing shouldn't be that stressful. And if it is that stressful, then that could be a bad sign about your choice of topic. Maybe you're not the one to talk about it, potentially. Or if you are, maybe, I don't know. I was going to say maybe you should check your experience, but that contradicts the thing that I said at the beginning. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm an expert about the thing that I'm going to talk about. I just have some opinions. And actually, like very shortly, it's about communication, like in healthcare settings. And I'm not an expert on that topic. I'm just a very unexperienced doctor, I would say. But I'm very interested in that topic. I'm very interested in learning more about that topic. And my point of making that presentation and speech is to have a conversation about some important points of that setting, of that situation, so that we can exchange opinions, we can exchange information, knowledge, and we can get to better places. And in that case, in that view, I also want something out of that speech as well. Maybe some people will want to say something, add something to my speech, or ask something which will start a new conversation. Maybe someone will be inspired and make something new out of what I talk about. And I feel like this is how I felt about it. When you approach something in this space, not the like creative side, but more like intellectual side of creativity, that was a weird separation. Not the artistic type of creativity, but the intellectual type of creativity. In this situation, I feel like being a little brave. I mean, you could say that for being artistic as well, but being brave and being open to learn new things and trying to start conversations more than trying to make a point is the key, I feel like. This is how I felt very recently. And having this new view about this kind of creativity made me more excited somehow, because this view lifted the pressure of being right off my shoulders, and I feel more comfortable. I also have the openness to learn new things in this view, which feels actually very nice, because I like to learn new things and I like to have exchanges. And yeah, it's still going on. This is a new experience for me, I would say. And I can't speak. And I kind of enjoy it. yeah, I would say maybe you should try it as well. I would recommend it very, very, very much. So yeah, this is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, that's okay. You can try it next time or the time after that. Or you can watch my past videos. I don't know if you will enjoy them more than this one. I don't know. For the first 3 videos I talked about the same topic. If you want to, you can watch them. If not, I understand. It got a little boring, I would say. Yeah. This video is one of the more interesting ones. If you didn't enjoy this, I think checking for new videos from this channel will be the better way to go, because the past ones are not more interesting, I would say. Maybe you can find them more interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. So yeah. Thanks for listening to me. If you liked it, you can drop a like. You can comment on the video. You can comment anything respectfully. You can subscribe. And hopefully I will see you next week.